What is going on, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy CEO Baby, aka OP Vintage. For those who know, welcome to the Overpowered Gaming channel. Thank you for everybody who supported the video yesterday. I know this video has the same title, but we gonna run it. I haven't really. I mean, I grinded like a motherfucker for these masks. So it took me an hour to get the pig mask. Took me about 2 hours, 3 hours maybe to get the Jason mask, probably I think it was like 2 hours, and then the clown mask, which was the hardest, and it wasn't due to the Falcon loss being the hardest. It was due to finding the right team to play with. I played a few of my guys. I played like 20 of my guys. We couldn't do it. We went down like around 13, 14, close to the end each time, and it was repetitive after a while because we kept restarting the mission, so I didn't get a lot of GE global event points. So that's what I'm doing now. We did a dark zone run yesterday. With decent, I was able to get close to 10 grand within an hour and a half, maybe. Um, well, no, it's a little longer than that. It's like every 30 minutes we was getting close to 4,000. So yeah, about an hour and a half. Excuse me. But yeah, so that was it. So I'm thinking like what to do today to farm. Of course, you know I want to go in the last stand. I haven't been as fortunate in the openings. I mean, I have like one reclaimer here, one reclaimer with two reclaimers here. I have striker and sentry, so that's a reclaimer set. I think I got knee pads. I got a lot of knee pads. I haven't never ran with a reclaimer set though. No mask. So I believe I need a backpack and a mask for reclaimer. Yeah, because I have two vests there, and I need a backpack. Alright, so that's reclaimer. So I just need a backpack and a mask for reclaimer. Backpack and mask for reclaimer. And I have a full reclaimer set, classified. But it's not, I don't know how good it's going to be or whatever. As far as the set goes, I know reclaimer's decent as far as the team. Still looking for a Dead-Eye holster. Got 5-piece Lone Star. I don't really care for the first, what was it? Lone Star. Fucking, I don't know what the first ones was. Final Measure, yeah. Final Measure, I believe I got a full piece now. But I do have my Sentry hold vest. I want Sentry. I don't know. I want Sentry to get back into PvE. I got a couple. If I do PvP, I do Sentry shotgun type of build. If I can get the 6-piece, because you can cap these at 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, it's firearms and all resistance on this vest, which is shit. I'd be glad when they get rid of all resistance. But yeah, so we're looking for Sentry. Of course, Striker, everybody's after. I know I can probably get the Striker set. I'm almost done with the Striker. Yeah. But that's my Sentry set. The vest. So I got the vest. I got the mask. Okay. I don't think I got knee pads. No Sentry knee pads. No holster probably. No holster. So I need knee pads and holsters so far. Gloves as well. And backpack. So yeah, striker backpack. So for Sentry I need 3 pieces. So I need knee pads, gloves. No, I need 4 pieces. I need backpack, gloves, holster, and knee pads, and I'll be good, complete for Sentry. Striker backpack. Over striker gloves. And I got a holster, a lot of holsters, a lot of fucking holsters, which is good because a lot of people don't get these. So we have holsters, no gloves. Do we got knee pad? No knee pads. Do we have mask? I believe I got a mask. Yep, 2 striker masks, which is good because I can pick between. And the thing with this that people's gonna negate is most of these striker pieces are stamina build pieces. You have a few roll for firearms, like you can roll 2 things on this. So I'm gonna run fire. I'm probably gonna run 4,000 stamina on this striker build as well as firearms. It's not gonna just be dedicated to firearms. I'm gonna kind of balance it out with skill and heal because how I want to run it. I definitely want to run it as a skill build, a self-preserve, a health and kill type of build, and of course the striker buff, the striker damage. You know what I'm saying that you get. So we have the mask. We missing knee pads so far and gloves, and then I know I don't have a chest piece. Yeah, so no chest piece for the classified. So we need chest piece, knee pads, and gloves for striker. Not bad. And then Sentry, I need 4 pieces. So 3 for striker, 4 for Sentry, and 1 for reclaimer, or 2 for reclaimer. We need a reclaimer backpack, and I believe mask. Yeah. So you need backpacking mask for reclaiming, which ain't bad. So we almost there. Not that much grinding. Of course, you never know what you're going to get out of the caches, but I haven't even in terms of leaderboard, which I'm probably going to do later on tonight if I get like with my play with my squad is we gonna go on this leaderboard. I'm in tier 3 right now. I thought it reset after the night. I mean, 3,000 credits an hour is not bad. But I can get way more than that. But that's because I was grinding for that mask. So if we look at what's that? I'm trying to look at the other tiers. All right, so tier 3, yeah, see they already at 13 and shit. So these guys is already up there. The lowest in tier is probably 8,000, and that's amazing to get 8,000 credits out. Which I'm not sure if you can do it in Last Stand. So if you can do it in Last Stand, you're getting GE credits. I'm gonna play one game of Last Stand today and see. Lisa Marie made up there. And see if you can get it. So 8,000 is like the low end of the tier. I'm pretty sure 7 is not. And all you do is they say you get classified for this. So yeah, okay. So 7, not bad. Yeah, I know I can get 7 for sure. I know I can get up in there. So, but yeah, if you get G credits from Last Stand, then I'm just gonna do like I did last time. I'm just gonna stack up Last Stand seal caches. Last Stand caches, and I'm just gonna cash them out at the end of the night. Hopefully I can do all that within an hour. So if you look at it, between my expansion it's 100, and then my stash. Of course, I'm gonna lower my stash a little bit to probably about 70. Like I keep it, and I'm just gonna stack. So we'll have 50 caches on hand, 150 caches if I do play that long. Probably get about 80, and just open them all up. And it's 85 a whop. So yeah, I'm liking this global event. I like how they did with the mask. Of course, you seen the stream yesterday. I got all 3 of them. Which this clown one was hard, but it was worth it. I could have got that first, and these I grinded for those, like these trenches, CBRs, and chemists. Grinded the leaderboard, and when they just gave it away, I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm done because I put in work for them. You see what I'm saying? I understand people cheese the leaderboard, but I was able to put in work to get all 3 of these masses. So that's why I just eventually do about the global events. Like I didn't go for G credits. I played only 2 days of the last outbreak one. The last 2 days, and I was able to accomplish getting on the leaderboard fairly easy. So I'm glad they tied it to accommodations. I'm glad that they tied everything to accommodations. And we have the happy mask here, which I'm rocking, the clown. This one was beat Falcon Lost without going down. Do all the missions without going down, but all the missions wasn't hard. Falcon Lost was hard as hell. It took me a day and a half to do it. And that was because, like I said, I didn't have the team that I needed. But I put my man Shotty D in there, and then I joined 2 randoms, and we ran through it. What I listened, we did it like we did in 1.1 with the trench. And that's only because of the assault attribute that they got going on. The modifiers, enemies has to be close to you, and if you're close to your team in that facility, you do more damage and further away. Only thing that give you difficulty is the snipers, and that's around wave 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Those 4 waves right there give you a fucking horrible time, because after 8, I believe they spawn every 4 minutes if you don't complete the wave. And then once you get to wave 11, 12, and 13, it's non-stop spawning. But yeah, those was the hardest waves to me. It's 13 and 8, only because 13 something kept on going on with the mortar strike, the APC, and final measure doesn't work down there for some reason. So you do get some cheese going on down there. As well as round 8, of course, that's the sniper round, and it's real hard to get shots on the snipers from the trench, which from 1.1. Okay, we got the hockey mask, the Jason mask. This is kill 500 LMBs. I believe it's LMB Slayer. And you can get this mask just playing the global event, so which is good. They gave you a free mask. 500 LMB kills if you got the time just to do the global events. Of course, people grinding for G credits eventually, whether you in the dark zone, whether you in a mission, whether you underground, whether you even in Last Stand, you're going to get LMB kills, period. So this is a given here. So it took 500 LMB kills. It's pretty fast, about an hour and a half of just grinding and killing and putting in that work to get the mask is decent. I actually like this mask. I like this mask the best because obviously it was a challenging mask to get. Gears and clothes you can wear that can match up with some of your things that you have on, or even just patches. But yeah, the Jason one, we gonna have some fun with this one in the dark zone around like Halloween time and shit like that. We definitely gonna see if we can get like a multi-group, and we gonna play like in one little small area. Cat's gonna be Jason, one person will be Jason, and baby the like a hide and seek, something like that. So we can do that in the dark zone. So that should be fun. And then the pig mask. Now, when I got this shit, I was laughing my ass off. I had my set looking so crazy with this pig mask the other day, but it was dope, man. I like this mask. This is a very detailed mask. The eyes, the mouth of the pig. It just looks real, like a real fucking pig face. So this is decent too. This was not using heels, which was pretty easy to me. I think all of them are easy until Falcon lost. Like not using heels and Falcon lost is rough. It's just coordination. But not going down was even harder because you have to use your tack links and things like that. And sometimes you get overwhelmed, you got to pop. So it's just about timing. So just all in all, like I said, it took me about to get the pig mask. It took me about an hour. Not even that long. The hockey match was about an hour and a half because I was doing the pig and that. But I was trying to do all of them together, and this shit took me a day and a half. And like I said, it's not because I couldn't get it done in an hour. It's just the teams wasn't. We'd get to the last rounds and fuck up. But I was happy to achieve this yesterday, man. It felt good. It felt rewarding. And I think those global events, as far as tying the match to accommodations, was a dope idea. That shit was fun as hell. I really enjoyed myself. And now it's back to the rugged grind of trying to get GE credits. I did accomplish certain patches that I want. They are starting now to unlock my patches. This is a dope patch. Some paid in blood. I did have like an all white set going on with the clown set, but I don't know. They gave me a dead eye vanity, like a do rag with a light on it, and I like that. So I want to kind of keep that around with the clown mask. So that's how I'm gonna rock it. Of course, my build. I built a build yesterday, which was a defensive build. I had two Navy MP5s. Of course, I like Navy MP5s better than the MP5 ST, but I run the MP5 ST for more damage for some reason. It seems like it does more damage. This just feels more stable. But I did a defensive build with two striker and ninja backpack. If you want to do this global event and you want to do like the missions and stuff, I do acquire, like I thought about it and I talked about it yesterday, is Nomad as well as Alpha Bridge. Like you can do 3 Alpha Bridge, 2 Nomad. You get that health on kill and then your 100% health regen. As well as the not running hills and not going down. You can have your team run Trapper mod for some of those hard missions, or if you plan them on challenges to still get G credits. Like I beat all the missions to get the masses on challenging. And I didn't even know you could do it on hard. That was the thing, except for the missions that were only hard. But all the challenging, Russian consulate with the major assault, I was playing that, not going down and things like that. So I think that kind of geared me back, because I told you guys a while back I was trying to get prepared for PvE, and I wanted to challenge myself. So now when I get my 6-speed Sentry, I'm gonna play the legendary missions on hard by myself. I mean, not hard, but legendary missions with sniper. And things like that to just challenge myself, man. So I'm actually getting back into PvE, and I'm actually enjoying it. I love PvP at some times when the servers are good and it's not so laggy. I can do my thing. But yeah, this is my set. Let me go to the build that I'm running. Like I said, I would prefer Alpha Nomad, only because of the health factor with Trapper mod and running some skill power. With firearms, you can run as low as 3,000 for this global event. So you can stack up in stamina, you can stack up in electronics. You can actually take away from firearms because it's not a firearm thing. But of course, me, I still have to have some kind of damage output, even being that I might use this build for regular PvE. So my main focus on this build was enemy armor damage. So with those destructive talents and that brutal talent is decent. Responsive is just the multiplicative. They go with critical hit chance, which is 19%. Responsive, competent, and deadly. This is the damage ones, multiply, adapt, and 2 additives with competent and deadly, as well as a low skill power. I got some electronics which is grafted into my shield, but the skill power is not that high, so that's why I'm not really worried about heals and stuff like that. But for the most part, stamina chest piece, which is decent, just to give me a little bit of toughness with health on it, and it's a defensive chest piece. I did run a striker with enemy armor damage. I changed this piece because now they got the classified out. So which I usually run on this striker, which critical hit damage. This is just a new piece I'm gonna get rid of. I usually run critical hit damage, but I changed this and rolled it for enemy armor damage to add a little bit more enemy armor damage. Of course, I had to have some skill power on this knee pads. I would prefer damage on this knee pads if they have enemy armor damage. But on this defensive knee pad, I work for firearms and skill power just to give me a little skill power, and that's a lot of skill power to be added on from I believe like 23. Actually, no, 125,000. 124,000, but yeah. So some skill power on my knee pads just to push the boost on my shit. I have some good ninja bats though. So we did enemy armor damage. I took off SMG damage here and rolled for enemy armor damage. Since we have the 6-piece striker coming out now, these gloves gonna be obsolete to me. But I will run my 6-piece striker with critical hit damage, maybe shotgun damage, and critical hit chance. That's what my aim is, to get a pair of those. As you can see, I don't have no striker gloves, so I'm praying that they give me that particular roll, critical hit damage, crit hit chance on it, and I can just roll it twice for firearms or assault rifle. Whatever I choose to run with, I can just constantly re-roll. But yeah, so enemy armor damage I put on these. In my holster, critical hit chance on the holster. Really don't need that, actually. That was just a pre-base rolls. I can probably put reload speed on that, just to increase my reload speed, or skill haste or something. Don't really need that, so I'm probably going to change that. But that's on my roll there. And then my ninja backpack, of course, we have critical hit damage and roll for electronics. So this is my electronic backpack with critical hit damage on it. And that's the build that I put together yesterday just to run and do these encouraging missions. I mean, I haven't looked into Alpha Nomad, but if you are planning on doing these missions, definitely run some Alpha Nomad with predatory and self-preserve on your gun. Definitely spec into a little toughness, low firearms, and probably critical hit damage or critical hit chance. I would say critical hit chance if you can. I run something like a self-preserve, a predatory, and an adept. And on my second weapon, I'll do something like a determined or commanding, something to boost my skill power as well. And but I would definitely spec around critical hit chance too on my weapon. So I would have two weapons there, and then I will run this right here. For some of the hard missions, or if you're doing them on challenge, I run this because you get a constant heal. If you got some nice skill haste and skill power, this come back pretty fast, and it's good. And then just put your mods with that, smite cover mods. And then since you can't run on nothing in the heal tree, I love this with the defensive build of smoke, because even though I get the just of the getting fucked up, but whatever it's called, disoriented, this works too. And these definitely are your best friend if you got skill power. Outside of, like, everybody think flame turn, no, this shit here ridiculous. It's nothing like you running a defensive build and your friend dropping these joints while you got that vulnerability on them. Man, this shit fucks them up if they have good skill power. Seeker mines also, not seeker mines, but sticky bomb will also be dominant in here too. And turret, I believe the gun turret will be more dominant because you can play more aggressive around that turret because it suppresses the enemy and it also marks them. But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's not that much for this assault thing. I am going to go for the accommodations this time. Like I said, I started in the GE outbreak. I played the last 2 days and I was able to get 8 of these done. Most of them I already had, but then some of them I didn't do, like, none of the flawless and the pistol challenges. Nothing. Like, I could have accomplished those if I would have known. Maybe I still can and put it towards it. But yeah, that's basically it. I still have a few more to go for here. I'm almost done with the assault bosses. I need 7 more. That's done. Caches, I need 30, and then I'm done. This here is what I'm gonna go for, and when I get the sentry, long distance call, I'm gonna use a marksman rifle with my 6-piece sentry. That should be pretty easy to do that. Falcon loss. I want everybody to be the real player at the top, and that should be accomplishable to do. It says with hard or above during, so we're gonna play that on challenging. So yeah, that's gonna be a little rough. But if I play the whole thing with like a first wave in 1A, and then my secondary would be a decent sniper, I could just be the sniper on the team and just fuck shit up with sentry. Alright, and then this is what you see me doing now, trying to do grenades. This is gonna be fucking hard. Gotta get 50 grenade kills now. I mean, you can do this like running around in the world tier or last stand. You run up on the enemies and throw a grenade down the red enemies and you'll kill all of them. So this would be comfortable in last stand. So it look like 75 kills with a grenade and you get the pineapple. And it just gives you a Christian fragment. It don't really give you shit. I do want all the patches, so that's what I'm getting for. This is going to be the patch that I'm going to get. But yeah, so I want to do all the patches here. So I'm going to finish these accommodations, and this will be the first tier accommodations that I complete. I have been completing other accommodations in the general and the missions and the exploration as I've been playing. Last stand, I have one more there. Underground I haven't really played. I want to get into these two, Survival and Underground, before the game is over with. Definitely want to play some of these and do not really focus on accommodations, but learn these two. Underground, I played when it first came out, but that was it. PvP. This is gonna be crazy. I definitely do some cut ropes. DZ revivals, that's gonna be pretty easy. I'm almost there. The extraction's gonna be pretty easy. I'm almost there. I would love that donut with that pig. If they had like a pig patch, it'd be dope. So yeah, it's gonna take a decent time to do because if I don't really play the dot zone. So, but I should already accomplish this because we used to farm like a motherfucker. But this gonna be something that's gonna be easy to do, and that's gonna be pretty decent with the concealment. This is almost finished. Hungry Hog, I can do this in last stand, I believe. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Hungry Hog in last stand and baby kill 20 players. Landmarks, we still doing this. Like I said, I'm not really in the DZ, but I'm definitely gonna start doing the DZ for farming runs and things like that. Almost done with this one. I believe you have to do 100 of these supply drops. That's gonna be fair. And PvP master. So I just need Ghost, Hungry Hog, and then the Taurus, and then we are finished. Manhunts, wow, I'm surprised I don't have dispatch now. But 20 more manhunts survive and that's done. Nah, no problem. Surprised I don't have this one. It's like 100. Kill 100 rogues, that's crazy. And then the landmark one. So yeah, we still have ways to go. But yeah, but that's basically it for the mask. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, show you the mask, let you know how I felt about the accommodations tied to the mask, as well as the build I've been running for the GE. So I'm about to grind for some global events credits. Probably just gonna run the same missions over and over again. And then later on, if we are getting last stand caches with GE credits, I'm gonna stack up a whole bunch of those, and then I'm gonna try and get on the leaderboard. And people think that's an exploit, but you gotta realize, yo, you playing 20-minute matches, grinding out, and they give you 5 caches, and most of the time, sometimes only 2 of those are last stands caches. So it still is like grinding missions. It's just at a slower pace, but the reward is much bigger. So that's what I think is mostly important, is that you can grind these missions. You can play Lexington Center, you can play GE, you can play General Assembly, you can play Falcon Lost, you can play all these missions on challenging and heroic and hard or whatever the fuck. You get 800 plus what the boss drop, I believe. GE credits for completing it, 900, sometimes 1500, I believe. But when you're doing last stand, and if they are giving out GE credits in the last stand caches, think about playing 20-minute games. You play 3 games an hour, you get 15 caches.